Hey, you. Hey, you. Come on, sit down. You're sitting at the grown-ups table. I'm your host, Jesse Pimpinella, and my new co-host. Who is this?
I'm Nigel, and I'm here.
Give over Nigel Daniels, everybody. Daniel, everybody. No S.
That's right. How
No
dare
S.
you?
Screw the S. All
That's
right.
right.
Anyways, yeah. No, thank you so much for joining us. Right now,
Yeah.
John will be with us in a moment, but I love the holiday sweater you brought to this. Brought your A game to it, and I like that.
It's important that people know.
Oh, it's a puppy. This is the best I could do on short notice. Jason.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go.
So I'm like, yep, this will work. This will work. Because I'm having a week where I'm like, I can't wait till it's Friday. And Jason loves Friday. So it felt like it fit really well for me with
There
that.
you go. There
Yeah.
you go. I'm pretty sure one of those he murdered people on Christmas.
I bet he murdered people on Christmas.
Probably
did. I mean, technically, he technically ripped off Halloween, which Halloween kind of low key was a spiritual sequel to Billy from Black Christmas. So I mean, it's a facto Christmas.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Done.
That's all it is. Done. It's
That's
logic.
canon.
It's just logic that way. Makes sense to me. But anyways, this is going to be a big show, everybody. Real quick before I go any further, make sure you share the link. Share that link. Get everybody to join in on today's show. Today's show, we're going to be talking about holiday movies, Christmas TV shows, specials of TV shows, all that good stuff. And if you don't have time to watch this whole episode, but you want to make sure you catch everything, check us out on YouTube, our channel at the Grown Ups Table. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know every time we're on and you can watch and enjoy, especially extra content that we have going on. Right now, I'm going to bring up our other co-host, Mr. John Jacobs.
Hey, everybody was just sharing the link. Make sure you share the link on your feed with all your friends.
And guess what? I'm going to share more joy. Because we got another person backstage. Let's bring them out, everybody. Let's do it.
Whoa. We got 4 people on this show. Oh, my God.
I was not prepared
insane
for this amount of joy.
I'm just glad that
really good.
I'm just glad that he doesn't have that rubber mask on from Halloween with the pliers, freaking me the hell out.
Fun though. That was really fun. So.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
What's up, Ryan? How you doing?
Stupid piece of shit, fucking.
Ryan, just put the hat on. It's very easy. It's a round cylinder that you put on your egg.
It's fine.
It's not that hard, man.
I didn't realize you weren't in yet.
I have one too, and it doesn't fit over my earphones. That's the problem. I think he's got the same thing going on.
Bummer.
I love the angry, pissed off dad energy Ryan had. He's like, motherfucker, this stupid shit, goddamn it.
I mean, he lives with 3 teenagers, so he's got it down pretty good.
He's got it. Like, I want to give him a drink right now. I can tell the holidays. Are the holidays eating you up? There it is.
Ryan, I'm actually drinking one of these vanilla barrel cream ales you left at my house like 6 months ago. It sounds really gross, but it's actually really good. I like them.
Oh, that's good. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay? Am I coming in?
You're coming in a little light, but yes, we can hear you.
You sound like a librarian right now. Like,
I don't like that. I got to be right up on it.
There we go.
You got a really nice studio mic there, man. That's really nice. I'm jealous, actually. I need to get one of those. Wow.
Something's not working right now, and I didn't have time to figure it out.
No, it sounds great now. You're great.
I just got to write it with my mouth.
I was going to make a comment about other things you can ride with your mouth, but I'm going to hold off for now. Those might come up later, though. So
I do want to make the one comment, John. Aren't you supposed to have like half of your face blocked off for this sketch? Aren't you supposed to have half of it blocked off?
No. So we talked about this on last episode. Yes, I got groomed. I had 3/4 of my beard cut off. We went with kind of a tapered style, which I really like. It looks good. It's got a nice profile here.
There you go.
Yeah. So really happy with the work Joseph Camp at Salon Lofts did for me. Now, this is the big one, everybody. I'm going to take my headphones off. I'm going to flip it around a couple of times for you so you can see it.
I'm embarrassed.
We did some texturing in the back. We did some feathering on the sides.
Ooh,
And
look at that.
look, Barry
Look at
Gibb is coming back, and I'm bringing it back.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you
Oh,
right now,
no.
in about 6 more months, when it grows a little longer and more volume comes in, it's going to look even fucking better. So here we go. This is a Christmas present for everybody watching.
I'm excited. I like that scarf, the pug.
Thank you. This is the pug. Nigel,
Yeah.
you should know about the pug.
Check it
Oh,
out.
I'm familiar with the pugs.
Yeah, it's coming back, yo. So there it was.
There it was.
Yeah, like I said,
Damn.
this is in the beginning stages. I need to keep growing. I need to keep getting volume, but we've got the base down already, and like I've got all the brushes to blow dry it properly and everything, and it's really coming in nice.
You're giving me vibes. Who was Tim Allen's partner on Home Improvement? Was it Al?
Yeah. So now let's transition into that. So here's the thing. So for the longest time, what was everybody saying? Oh, Duck Dynasty. They kept
Yes.
saying, I hated that. I hated that so much. So then I finally get Duck Dynasty cut off when I made it clear there was nothing Duck Dynasty. And then now everyone says, oh, look, Al Borland from Tool Time. But I'm not going to lie, I do. Okay? Like my friend Nate did a superimpose of my picture onto Al, and it fucking looked great. So I'm not going to lie. I could probably pull off an Al Borland cosplay right now if I wanted to. And I'm going to promise everybody that the next convention that I go to after we are comfortable and safe with COVID and those situations, I will do the Al Borland cosplay. Promise you that right now.
Richard Carton, that
Oh,
was
what's
his
up,
name.
Chris
Thank you,
Stagg?
Stagg. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for watching.
Nice. Yep.
My buddy Josh is also watching. Give a shout out to him and his wife and his daughter.
Before we go any further, could you give us the
Okay, so I have been practicing.
I knew he's been
Just got brought up,
practicing.
like Sunday morning after I posted the pictures, it already started getting brought up. Now I forget who the first one is. I could probably go back and find it. There was one person who was like they were the first one to it. But here we go. I don't think so, Tim. So there's that, and then now here's the Al.
I like that.
And then here's the Al Borland send-off.
There you go.
There it is. Oh my
Now,
god.
obviously, these are not polished, but over time they will be.
Better
So.
work on it.
For the last 6 days, he's done nothing but that in his room by himself.
Oh, you mean that room that I'm always in because I'm always working?
Correct. Yes.
Did we go around and show off our holiday gear yet? Did I miss that?
We kind of got into it a little bit. I've been I can't wait till it's Friday, so I had to put Jason on for
Oh,
today.
there you go, man. There you go. Nigel, you've got a beautiful holiday sweater with your favorite creature wearing a Santa hat.
Get excited.
Remember when I sent you that picture from Claire's where they had that whole wall of pug shit? And it was nothing but like backpacks and like glitter plushes and earrings and just imagine everything they sell at Claire's, and they had a pug on it and they had a whole section just dedicated to that.
I'm generally asked to leave Claire's. I
That's
don't.
probably not a good thing, right? Like, you probably shouldn't get kicked out of Claire's. That means you probably did something really bad.
I'll pierce your ears for you.
That's right.
Like, we'll pay you to leave, sir. You're making people uncomfortable, especially the children.
Oh my god. Oh, we have a request, by the way. Yeah, could you get us a ladder?
Yeah. So the one, we'll save that for when we talk about Christmas stuff that we like, because I generally always like the Christmas episodes of Home Improvement. I was a teenager in the 90s, a kid in the 80s, so I grew up with Home Improvement, much like three of the four of us here did. Jesse was not even alive before the show went off the air, but that's a whole other story.
I was a sperm. I mean that's technically life. I mean, you know.
So I'm sporting the Luke Vader Bespin duel on a Christmas themed sweater here. This is the only Christmas sweater I own.
I like that.
I do want to get one of those real knitted ones from the Merchoid or whatever that place is called, but they always sell out really, really fast. They've got some really cool Star Wars ones, like one's a Hoth one. They've got a Superman one that's pretty dope. There's a Batman one that's pretty good. They take all the nerd culture stuff and then they make themed Christmas sweaters for it. Little pricey, but because of the design and the fact that you probably won't ever run into anyone else that's wearing one, I think that justifies the price. It's kind of like a club. I've got a bunch of collectors t-shirts like that I never ever wear for that reason, because I don't want them to get messed up, because I know that it's like there's not many people that have this. There's several Star Wars shirts I have like that. So, but anyways, so we're all in our Christmas gear today. Ryan has he had his Santa hat on, and he has, I don't know, some weird looking scarf thing. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's a scarf from the Pug. It's a bar in DC, actually.
Oh, okay. So is that like when people wear like salty dog shirts or like Senior Frogs, like kind of like that?
Yeah. My buddy Chaz actually owns the bar. I met him on that flogging.
No
Molly
way.
cruise. Yeah, and
nice.
He's a totally cool dude, and he was selling these scarves because obviously, like, his bar's in the shitter right now. But he's owned it for a really long time. He's one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. Bought a pack of these, and they're super great. So hit up Chaz Powers on my Facebook. Go buy a Pug scarf if you like this. Hit me up if you want one. I'll get you one.
Nigel needs one just with a Pug on it.
I gotta hit up Ryan after the show.
Sounds like we got a purchase. So awesome. Okay. Well, Jesse, what do you say we transition into what all four of us are here today to talk about with all of you?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. To Charles, this could be like a kid's show, but it's not entirely a kid's show. I'll tell you that right now. What we are is talking about holiday
What a great comment from Charles. Oh my God.
We're talking holiday movies. Now we're going to talk about the greatest, the lamest, and the debated. So let's start off on an easy one. Let's lob it off. Our favorite Christmas specials. I'm talking about when they pop on TV, that's when Christmas starts for you. It gives you that feeling of joy and happiness and magic in the season. So let me open it up to Ryan. Ryan, what to you is that special?
I thought about this for a minute because I think that we all have that. Like, there's a few that kind of do the trick, but I wanted to go a little deeper than that. And it's this very special movie. I saw it for the first time as a child when I was in school, like in elementary school. Family-friendly movie. It's sad. It's magical. It is Christmas, and the movie is called Prancer.
Dude, Prancer!
I love that movie, and that movie still makes me cry.
It does, man. I agree.
It's so good, man.
I gotta look that one up. I'm not familiar with that.
Oh my! I can't believe you don't know that, Nigel. Holy shit!
It's currently on Hulu with a premium subscription. If anybody's interested, 67 Rotten Tomatoes. It's an American Canadian fantasy drama.
They put American Canadian
description ever. Holy shit!
Sam Elliott. I googled it. Sam Elliott, a girl with a reindeer. This is weird.
I'm pretty sure I went to see this in the theater, like for school or with parents. Nigel, you do not remember this movie?
Never heard of it. Not once.
Oh my God. I'll bet you if you started watching it at least 20, 30 minutes, you'd probably be like, this looks familiar. Like maybe one time for you.
I grew up in a very religious household. We didn't actually do Christmas. I didn't have a Christmas until I was 19.
Hold on. We're just going to pause for 30 seconds because obviously we don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But so you the religious household you grew up in, you didn't even do Jesus for Christmas?
No, they were real big on Memorial Day. They liked it when he came back, but not so much the Christmas part.
What on Memorial Day?
But isn't December 25th supposedly
the one right after Easter? What's the one right after Easter? Easter Monday or something?
Talking about?
Is that not Memorial Day?
Like Passover? What's that called? Are you talking about, man?
What's the Monday right after Easter? It's like the day he came back or something.
Like the third day or whatever.
Panic. No, wait, that's the 50 days.
No, I thought.
Oh, you know what? I think they called it Memorial Day. I don't think it's actually like the national. I think they just called it Memorial Day.
Some shit. I mean,
Oh my God!
that's what happens when you get like non-religious people on the show.
Dude,
I thought he died on like Friday, and then Sunday was the day he came back, and then that's why that's Easter.
is it? I don't know. I clearly didn't learn anything as a child.
Somebody who knows, comment, please.
It is. It is. I'm a Catholic kid. It is. That's the reason why.
Where you been for the last 2 minutes?
All I know,
I was confused. He was talking about Memorial Day over there. God's sake!
I'm with Jesse here.
You should have been able to pick it up.
I don't know, man.
Every Good Friday, which is the day Jesus died, I'm just gonna call it Memorial Day. I hope it's another Memorial Day.
Nigel.
Oh no! It's the Memorial. I got it backwards.
I thought that was a golfing tournament.
I called it the wrong thing.
What's happening here?
I have no clue what's happening. This show has gone off the rails. I'm gonna be honest with everybody here.
Prancer.
Prancer. Everybody watch Prancer.
The movie that exists. Definitely
Let's go to the comment section real quickly, just to kind of regroup real quick, and then we will go back to talking about Prancer. We have Unlimited Power, which is brought in with John's Star Wars. I like that, Nicole. It's a Wonderful Life. Ted, we'll talk about that.
There it is.
I know we're gonna have people talking about that one. Charles said his friend's dad was in Prancer.
What?
Okay, that's
comment
cool.
his character.
Yeah, Charles,
Yeah,
add
who
more to
was
the
he?
story.
I need to know
drop
this.
a bigger comment. We'll throw it up here.
That's
Looks
awesome.
like Santa's gonna have one less reindeer. That was his line. You guys,
Okay, there it is.
He's that guy?
Ryan, don't act like you know what character that is.
Did they have to shoot a reindeer?
Maybe.
Probably.
Babies or something. It like bit a kid, so they had to put it down.
Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
You should.
They put down Prancer in the back. It's like Old Yeller. Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
All right. Well, let's get back on track. We will get back to the comments. So, all right, Prancer, talk to us about it. Like, what? Give us a quick synopsis of it, and describe why other people should see it.
Here's the thing. I don't really remember what it's about. But here's what I can tell you. There's an injury. I know that there's an injury. I know one of the reindeer's injured, and it happens to be Prancer, and this little girl finds him and takes care of him. And it's magical. Okay.
And they have to put it down.
Injury. Does she break the reindeer's ankles to keep it there?
No,
flying back with Santa?
Prancer is basically the movie E.T., but it's with a reindeer. Because everyone's like, bullshit, you don't have this reindeer. She's like, I've got a reindeer. Like, I'm helping out Santa. And everyone's like, fuck off. Like, no, you don't.
So does the reindeer die and come back to life at the end when Santa nears as he rejoins it and flies off into the moonlight?
He's crucified on Memorial Day, and then he comes back on Sunday.
The zombie reindeer. Yeah.
Zombie reindeer. There's another movie we need to make, Ryan. Zombie reindeer.
I probably have it on DVD somewhere.
Look, Zombie Reindeer, Santa's Revenge.
There's a vivid memory in my mind of like wood splintering and it getting stuck in the reindeer.
Oh,
I can't speak to
what,
this.
did the sleigh blow up? Did somebody shoot Santa with a missile? Like
Bruce
Why
Willis.
does it sound more violent than it should be?
It's definitely a PG in the 90s film.
Is it PG or G?
No, PG in the 90s was rough.
Yeah, PG in the 90s is like
90s.
Borderline R for real.
I mean, you could get away with some shit. Definitely.
Ghostbusters was PG. The one guy got the ghost blowjob. I remember that. I was like, this should be at least PG-13.
He did.
At least.
You got a ghosty.
You got a ghosty.
Yeah. You got a ghosty.
That's all I want to talk about. It's just a magical movie, and I really like it, and I haven't seen it in a long time.
So check out Prancer, guys. It'll put you in a good magical mood, but Ryan can't really tell us anything more about it.
Do they shoot the reindeer?
Yes or no?
I know that so it's like E.T. I think that there are a bunch of guys with guns coming for it, and the little girl no,
the government.
The government's coming for Prancer, man.
That's like stuck in my head. I'm probably wrong, but definitely watch it.
If they don't, I will blame you.
That's fine.
One last one follow-up question, real quickly. One follow-up question: is there a scene where she's riding on the reindeer, and then the cops pull into the street, they pull their guns out, and then she flies over the cop cars, ET
Like
style?
takes off.
Nice.
I believe that to the T, something like that happens. Definitely.
I'm sold. I'm watching this movie.
Definitely.
All right, so check out Prancer. If you got Hulu, it's I think it's on a premium subscription. So let's jump over to Nigel. Nigel, what was that holiday movie that brought you that joy, that essence to starting the Christmas spirit?
Definitely not Prancer. But, no, so for me, this time of year has always been Home Alone 2.
Okay.
Home Alone
makes
2
more sense than the first
Yeah.
one, but yet it's better.
And the first one's good. The first one's a great movie. I really like it. Home Alone 2 is just, it embodies everything there is about Christmas.
Favorite scene.
It's perfect.
Go. Favorite scene.
Like funniest or most impactful?
Favorite scene for whatever reason. On the spot. Go. Pick one.
The lady punching Harry and Marv in the face because Kevin pinched her butt cheek.
That's hilarious. That is a good scene.
Nice, good one.
That is
Jesse,
funny.
what's yours? Go.
It inspires me. Okay, so the scene that
Okay.
with the dove, when he gives this dove to her, and he's like, hey, as long as you have this, we're always gonna be friends. And that impacted me so much because I do that with homeless people all year.
You give them dove?
They are not friends today.
I just pull out a dove and I'm like, here you go. Now we'll always be friends. And then I get stabbed. Then
you get shanked by the homeless guy.
Which is fair.
Favorite scene without thinking. Go.
I'm a sucker for the recordings. So I love everything, like with Rob Schneider and Tim Curry in the hotel room, and he's playing the is it the Maltese Falcon?
Angels with Dirty Souls.
Angels with Dirty
Souls.
No, with filthier souls.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think that is just so absurd. It is, and as a kid, I thought it was so real. I was like, you can totally do this and get away with it.
I just love Tim Curry as the hotel concierge. Like, Tim Curry.
Mr. McAllister.
Yeah. McAllister.
So, I would say, keeping with the Tim Curry thing, mine is actually a montage scene, and it's happening when Kevin is out. He's enjoying the limo ride with his very own cheese pizza. He's going to FAO Schwartz, redubbed Duncan's Toy Chest, and Tim Curry has decided to run his credit card prematurely because he thinks Kevin is up to something, and it comes back stolen, and it's playing in the background like, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and he's like, he's got that huge shit-eating grin on his face when it says stolen, and then that light pops on behind him, and as soon as it pops on, he's like, bingo. Like, just the way they edited all that together, it's just, I love it. I even as a kid, I thought that was funny, and to this day, I still do. That's just great editing, and that's why I like that.
Yeah. It's a movie that's done with a lot of love. It's definitely done with a lot of love, and I think that's why, it's one of the it's kind of an interesting thing with especially between the 80s and 90s. I'm not sure if it started this trend or Die Hard started the trend, the whole sequel, same time next year, same, I mean, it's like Die Hard happens on Christmas again. Home Alone, Christmas again. I kind of love that whole, like, it's like a Christmas special. Like,
right. Nigel, what else about Home Alone 2 do you really, really enjoy to make it like your go-to movie? Because I think you and I, sir, are very aligned here.
Anytime Harry and Marv get the crap beat out of them, the scene, to this day, I've seen that movie probably, 50 times. And to this day, every time Marv gets hit in the face with a brick, I absolutely lose it. It's like, that man's dead.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's still going. He's still...
He takes like 4 bricks to the face.
He does.
Now, have you guys
little marks?
Have you seen the guy? There's this group on YouTube who took every scene from Home Alone and Home Alone 2 and recreated it in a very violent way.
Yes, I've seen that.
Isn't it incredible? They did a perfect job. It's insane.
I haven't seen that. but there's one where it's a doctor or a nurse, some medical professional, where they go over all the injuries that those people would have actually sustained in those
I've seen
situations,
that too.
and whether or not a normal person would survive that injury. And it's like, no.
Like Harry dunking his head into kerosene and it exploding. Right. How is he not dead?
Pesci,
or at least on fire, you know?
Pesci doing that headstand in the toilet is still classic. And then he rubs his teeth.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. If the Oscars that year would have been like Pesci got it again, and I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
He gave a lot to that role. He gave a lot to it. We got a comment. Marv getting shocked by the
I love that scene.
Yeah,
skeleton, right?
Briefly turns into the skeleton.
So good.
Yeah. He's just like, it's skeleton.
And then they cut to the skeleton with his hair still on it. Like,
and I think he has that has the goatee on the skeleton as well, like the face.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump over to the comment section before we move into our next topic. So a couple of other movies that were brought up. Darth brought up Doctor Who's Christmas special. I haven't seen a lot of Doctor Who, so I'm sure. Have you guys seen Doctor Who?
The Snowman one, Jesse. That's a pretty good one.
Okay, I'll start with that. Yeah. So there's a good suggestion for people to start with those. Let's see. Jack Frost is a sleeper.
are you talking about which
one?
Yeah,
The Michael Keaton one, or the snowman that murders people?
Michael Keaton or Shannon Elizabeth?
Right.
Yeah. Guess which one I've got on DVD.
Exactly.
I think that's the one we all have on DVD. Yeah. I'll give you a hint. It's not Michael Keaton.
That's the only one I have. That's the Michael Keaton one. So you guys. So yeah. Then one last one. So here's the things he's watched so far.
First of all, welcome Darth back. Darth.
Yeah.
Look at this list.
I know. What does he got? Yeah, very Harold and Kumar 3D. I love that one. Darth, didn't we go to the theater with Mark Pashoni to see that, if I'm not mistaken? I can't remember.
I'll tell you what, the Muppets Christmas Carol is by far the closest it is to the book, because they literally lift dead on lines from the book. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I was in a play and I had to learn a lot of them, and I saw the monologue like memorized. So anytime I watch a Scrooge thing, I'll be like, that's not said in the book. But like when I listen to that one, I'm like, holy shit, they are literally lifting all the lines. And it was like, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was very cool, that. So
that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. So now that I know that, I'm definitely going to watch it again this year because I'm interested now.
Yeah, because like the beginning, it's like Molly was dead. He was always dead to begin with, and like that's the first page. That's the first page from the book. So,
I was gonna say in Darth's comment, number 2, Noel. I saw that it's on Netflix. Anna Kendrick, Bill Hader. My wife wanted to see it. She was real excited, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, fine, go ahead." And it was pretty cute. I liked it. It was a good Christmas movie.
I believe that's streaming on Disney Plus, so I'm gonna have to check.
Oh, is it Disney Plus? I thought it was Netflix. My bad. Whatever it's on, it was good.
I thought it was on there. Yeah. We got another one, Felicia. What about?
Absolutely. That would be one of mine. Christmas Story. Absolutely love it.
Funny story about this one. I actually did not know I was reading the book that the movie was based on until I was reading it, and I was really like, this is very awfully familiar because the book is called "In God We Trust and All Others Pay Cash," which is a beautiful title. And Gene Shepard, who wrote it, he wrote the book, he wrote the movie, and he narrates the movie. So kind of a cool little thing. And it's like a bunch of short stories, but the movie is all the short stories threaded together.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so it's pretty cool. We got to move on to our next topic. Thank you guys so much for your guys' topic. I'm going to just give everybody some airtime real fast before we get into our next one. Vacation. All right.
That'd probably be that, and Ernest Saves Christmas too, because my man Phil Moore was in that.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about the most hated Christmas specials. Teeth gritting, your blood boils, you're annoyed at this Christmas special. Anytime you see it on TV, you gotta change the channel. So tell me, Nigel, what is that movie for you?
Was it was it Rob Lowe in Christmas Shoes?
Oh yeah.
Who was in Christmas Shoes?
Okay, let me check. This is crazy. Rob Lowe.
I think it was Rob Lowe.
Isn't that a Lifetime movie or something?
It's based on the song "Christmas Shoes."
Oh no! Oh no! For real?
I swear to God, I think Rob Lowe was in that. And I gotta Google. I gotta look that
I
up.
think he was.
Oh no! That sounds so terrible.
It's free on AMC.
Christmas,
cable
2002.
TV.
Yep, 2002. Rob Lowe.
Sure, I gotta
There it
buy these shoes.
Who is
for
his,
my mama,
who's the co-actor in that?
It's Christmas Eve and these shoes.
Kimberly
Williams and Max Morrow. I don't know who that is.
Look at that amazing smile he has on the cover. That's
Daddy
hilarious.
said there's not much time.
Right.
He's been sick for quite a while.
Yes.
The shoes will make her smile.
They turned that into a feature film.
That's
that out into an hour and a half.
Terrible. I don't even want to entertain that.
That's rough, man. I want to watch The Christmas Shoes as well now because
it's a trilogy.
Kimberly Williams, so I have no idea who she is, but I'm intrigued in the movie now. So.
I'd rather listen to Ryan finish the song.
Nice.
Well, Nigel,
Mama meets Jesus tonight.
A trilogy.
It's a trilogy.
The Christmas Shoes.
Yes. And then you have the Christmas Blessing.
No.
And then you have the Christmas Hope.
Whoa.
No.
I swear to God.
Rob Lowe, all three of them? This must have been a low point in his career, but he looks old on the cover, so I don't know.
It's from 2002, man. That's 20 years ago.
They just must have made him look old.
He's in the second one, but he's not in the third one. He bailed on that.
He bailed. bailed on that.
He's like,
even Rob Lowe's got limits.
I mean, but if you've done two, and this is general rule, if you've already done two, why not finish it up? Like Christopher Reeve, he did not want to do Superman 3, but he was like, you know what? I'm Superman. This is work. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then we could argue that movie. And then he's like, I definitely won't do a fourth. And then he's like, okay, they're going to let me like write it and direct. So cool. I'll do the fourth one.
Because you know what movie doesn't win an Oscar? Christmas Shoes 3.
But it could. That's what I'm saying. It's got potential. It's got Superman 4 potential, man.
It doesn't win an Oscar.
Jumping to our comments section real quickly.
What do we got?
Fred Claus sucks.
Agreed.
Oh, was that the Vince Vaughn one? I don't think I saw that. Yeah. Or maybe I did. Just don't
that one. I had a soft spot for that one. I know it's not good. I know it's not good. But that scene with the weird Alcoholic Anonymous, except it's not alcoholics, it's little brothers with like inferiority complexes. I thought that was funny. You had Stallone's brother, Bill Clinton's brother, everything.
So
I thought
that one's got Vince Vaughn, right?
Yeah, and Paul Giamatti as Santa Claus.
I mean, I'd be willing to watch it for that reason, but yeah, I did never heard good things about it. I don't think Ryan and Nigel liked it either, based on the look on their face.
Bring with
Shoes, Fred Claus.
Whoa, that's actually really bad.
Okay, look, all Nigel just told me was it's worth a watch over Christmas Shoes. So I'm
correct,
which isn't saying much, but okay.
But it is. One more comment from Ted. I will refuse to watch Die Hard on Christmas. We'll talk more about
that.
We're going to talk more about it. So, okay, so we got Nigels. So let's talk Ryan. Ryan, what is that hated film that just it makes you turn into a Scrooge clutching your money in your fist?
Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Yes. That's like probably one of the worst movies ever made in existence.
So Christmas is supposed to be about the religious aspect, and a lot of time, you're expecting this very religious evangelical film to be like, let's stay away from the consumerism for a minute, and let's really think about what the season means. Nope. Kirk Cameron's just like, let's buy all of the shit and Santa this, Santa that, everything consumer, buy, and Jesus and everything.
And Jesus.
Everything.
You just sprinkle them on top.
Right.
Parmesan cheese.
Incredible. If you enjoyed movies like Left Behind and God's Not Dead, you will love Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Dude, I watched all three of those God's Not Dead movies.
No.
That one with Melissa Joan Hart was the worst. I'm sorry. That's the second one. That's definitely the worst. If I had to rank them, I'd rank them 3 as the best for the worst reasons, then number 1 because no, actually number 1 because Kevin Sorbo. Number 2 is 3, and then number 3 is 2. So there's my order if you want to check him out.
I just have a question. Like, how pissed were you just watching this movie? Because I know you, and I've had conversations with you. Were you just like, nope, that's an ad hominem fallacy. That's bullshit.
I wasn't really looking at it from that regard because I already didn't take it seriously. But what I found the most amusing out of all 3 characters is the mischaracterization of certain people. It's like they'll introduce a character and you clearly understand what picture they're trying to paint of this person. You're like, yeah, that's not like anywhere close to actual reality. That's what actually kept me going, that and Kevin Sorbo. Because Kevin Sorbo overacted his part so hard in that movie that I fell in love with it.
Kevin Sorbo overact?
Yeah.
Nah.
I never heard
Yeah,
of
it was
that
great.
before.
So,
He
but,
usually tones it down.
not in this, man. He embraced the role. So
I know he did it.
yeah. Oh yeah. So, but
I did want to make a side note to my choice because I did have a very close runner-up to that,
okay.
and it was A Christmas Story 2, where it stars Daniel Stern as the dad, and Ralphie turned 16, so he wants a car. It is really, I mean, if you want a bad Christmas movie, A Christmas Story 2, because they make jokes about everything that happened in the first one. There's literally a joke that's like, oh yeah, I think my friend's supposed to put his tongue on a pole at some point here, but it's probably going to be a suction cup that he puts it on.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Here's the funny thing about that. Did you know there actually was a sequel to The Christmas Story before that movie?
Before A Christmas Story 2, there was a sequel?
Yep, honest to God. So, and again, this is my stupid nerdism for how much I love Gene Shepard in his writing. He wrote a book that was a sequel called A Summer Story, and they actually made that movie called A Summer Story. So it's not a Christmas story. It's his time during summer when he's getting out of school. None of the characters are the same actors, but I think one is actually. But yeah, it's the very little known. Very little known.
I'm semi-intrigued.
Yeah.
I could be convinced to watch this.
I think if you watch it in the lens that it's not going to be as great as The Christmas Story for how iconic it is, you might enjoy it. If you hold it to that same lens, you're not going to like it.
Well, sure. You have to have your expectations.
Like the beginning is really cool. It begins with them playing tops, like they're just doing the tops and trying to knock whose top gets knocked down first, and they're it's just like it was essential to what it was. It was very good. But anyways, let's look over to the comment section real fast.
I just bought it on Blu-ray.
Agreed. Oh, and this is the one that had Martin Short in it too, right? Playing Jack Frost.
You would think that would have been a good one because him and Tim Allen have been in movies together, and they're very hilarious together. And then like this one, it was like the paycheck. It was the paycheck.
Oh, it was definitely the paycheck picture. Absolutely.
No doubt about it. Yeah,
paycheck picture. No doubt about it. Now, I will say, going back as an adult watching the original Santa Claus, it is kind of ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But that movie did come out when I was in that, like, transitioning between early teen to, like, mid-teen. So I was kind of into it, but kind of not. But I didn't mind watching it each year, But the other two that came after, and especially the third one, it should have been good, but it wasn't. So
the second one, I have such a soft spot for. I'm not gonna lie.
Bad. It wasn't bad.
I loved it. I will literally put and I know one day I'll have somebody punch me in the face and they'll quote this episode and I'll be like, all right, that was fair. I like the second one more than the first.
I'll give you that. That's fine.
I know. One day I will be sucker punched in the face for saying that. But that's the truth. Because you know what it is? I like the whole they play on the contract even harder. There's the Mrs. Claus. Like, that's fine. And then watching Tim Allen play an evil Santa Claus who just berates all the kids and yells at them, you little idiots. Like, and he's just a piece of shit to everybody. And then that football scene where he just, like, plows through them and just, like, wrecks their day. Like, and then he's wearing, like, a Mussolini costume. Like anybody? Okay. If you guys don't, I'm gonna pull up the picture.
Is this the second one? Santa Claus 2?
Yeah, this is one where he gets his wife, right? Where he gets Mrs. Claus.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He has like a weird Mussolini style, like here it is. Hold on.
Oh, look at how excited Jesse is for this.
This was so funny in my opinion. Like it's so awful, but it's so
I mean, that's fine.
I vaguely
ridiculously
remember
over
the
top.
first
Hold on a
one,
second.
but
One where he's on a balcony. Let me get right here. It is. All right, hold on. Where? Okay, share
Don't
screen.
get this
Here it
episode
is. Like,
turned off for copyright stuff, man.
no, it's just the picture.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's just
So
like
they're okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, it's just he's just like in a weird he's got his troops. He's on a balcony.
Beard's awesome though.
Yeah, like this cracked me up. Like there's so much layer of dumb jokes right here.
why couldn't his beard have been actual hair? Why did it have to be a weird plastic thing?
Because he was made out of a giant plastic
wood,
machine.
man. It's all wood. It's just like carved to look like a beard.
Why? Is it?
I mean, real hair would have been cool.
Is it relevant to the story in some way?
He's all rubber. He's all rubber. And what they did is they told the elves that he received plastic surgery. So they made like the obvious plastic surgery going wrong jokes and all that stuff. I thought it was funny. I liked it.
I like that.
So I cracked up. I thought it was.
They're saying it's a robot.
Oh, it was a robot Santa.
Yeah, he's a robot, but he's made of rubber.
Okay, I thought it was Tim Allen for some reason needed a weird plastic prosthetic beard instead of actual like hair.
Now
I was confused.
Yeah, we all were confused.
He basically he's losing his powers as Santa. He's turning back into Tim Allen. Oh. And so what he does is he gets a robot Santa to take over the North Pole while he tries to bang somebody and get them married before the 25th.
Before the 25th. I like it. I like that definitive
plot.
deadline.
If anybody wants the plot, that's the plot as simple as we get it to be.
No.
So I've got one that we can talk about briefly before we transition because this one is always divides people, and that is the Star Wars holiday special. So where do you guys all stand? Because here's my position. My position is, yeah, it's terrible. And because it's terrible, I like it. Boom. There it is. Nigel, what do you got?
If it holds a place in your heart for whatever dysfunctional reason you may have, more power to you. It's hot garbage.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Yeah.
This is a movie I need to see. I have not seen it. I've been trying to find a copy of it.
I'll send it to you.
Please do, because I've heard a lot of good things, a lot of good and bad. I've heard people like it. Unironically, also. So I still have to pass my judgment. And plus I really want to see it because I feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special is going to play a lot of jokes to it. So.
Oh, I'd love that. That would be hilarious, actually.
James Gunn kind of already referenced that he's going to make some jokes to it. So I got to see it. I'm game. So Ryan, you're next.
Take. Yeah, what's your take?
With Jesse, never seen it.
Oh, dude, wow,
never seen it. I get the jokes. I love the commercials for it. The commercials, I have seen the commercials promoting it, like the made-for-TV commercials and stuff. But otherwise, haven't seen it.
We'll get a little watch party together. We'll all watch it, and then we'll debrief after.
Harrison Ford's just sitting in the corner of the whole special going, I hope my character dies. I hope my character dies.
Yeah, but he can also be going ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching back there because they are paid to do that. So
the one time he ever praised the Star Wars movie, it was the one he died. That should have been the giveaway that he died. That should have been it. I was like, oh my God, Harrison Ford loved The Force Awakens. This is gonna be the best Star Wars ever. And I'm like, oh, that made sense. He died.
Real quick, put Darth's comment up there. I need to ask him a question.
All right.
Darth, is this the movie where the mom and kid got stranded at the North Pole in a snowstorm, and the dad was some CEO of some company that was trying to destroy the North Pole or some shit, and then they explained Santa was science, with time travel and time distortion? Is that the movie you're talking about?
That seems like a lot, man. That is like I just like Dudley Moore when he played Arthur. I just want to see him be Santa, but as Arthur. That's all I would love to see. How you guys doing? It's like a slur.
I've been trying to figure out this movie, and I can't figure out the name of it. I don't think it's what Darth is talking about, but I threw it out there to take a chance. I saw this movie when I was a kid. I think it was on Lifetime or something. I watched it with my mom. I couldn't have been more than 10.
Okay,
and
I'm looking at it.
that's the description that's in my head, but I don't know if that's right or if I'm remembering it correctly. But
no, I got it.
Something
The
like
Night They Saved Christmas.
Oh, you already found it, dude. That's the one, man.
I did. It's starring.
It's really bad.
Yeah. It's where's the cast? Starring Jacqueline Smith, Paul Le Mat, Art Carney, and Paul Williams.
Jacqueline Smith, man. So yeah, it's not very good. I remember that, but I do remember that I was intrigued by the concepts that were introduced in that, but it's also a bad movie at the same time. So again, buyer beware, check it out.
Yep. All right. Hold on one second. Darts.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all right. So before we pivot into our next segment, anybody got any final words as opposed to hated Christmas movie?
Yeah. Look, I still hate It's a Wonderful Life. I know Ted
Garbage.
liked it.
Garbage.
I think it's because, and I'll fully admit, like, it's one of those that's always referenced. People always talk about it. People always watch it. It's just always there, no matter what. And I know that someone could equally say something about Home Alone 2 in the same regard, or Christmas Vacation, or A Christmas Story. So I totally get that I'm not even providing a sound argument. But it's because of those reasons I don't like it, and then I think the movie's boring. I get it. I understand. I look. I'm not ripping on it. I'm not saying people can't like it. I'm just saying, to me, it's boring, like Hereditary. But anyways, we can move forward.
All right.
Just real quick.
All right. Let's talk about our next segment. So we talked about the obvious Christmas movies of what is, the ones we hate, the ones we love, and let's talk about debated movies. Obviously, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, The Santa Claus. No doubt in the world, they're Christmas movies. But what about those movies that fall right on the border?
Mm-hmm.
Those movies that take place during Christmas time. Those awesome movies we want to have an excuse to watch during Christmas time. I'm talking Batman Returns, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. So many great classic hits that take place during Christmas time. We want to shoehorn in so that we can enjoy a good action film. So let's get started talking about this. So what would you say is a movie, anyone can take this, that you need to have during the holidays and you will debate with people and die on the hill for?
Fellas, who wants to go first?
I don't know if I'm that passionate about it. I'm not dying on a fucking hill for
just one. The one.
I'm
Iron Man 3, Darth.
I'm definitely throwing out Edward Scissorhands because I don't think that a lot of people consider it a Christmas movie, but that is one that when I watch that, it gets me in the mood for the holiday because it really transitions from a season like he brings snow to a place that never had snow. So to me, that's like that's a traditional holiday.
And it's a thing, it's like a moment in the movie. So, it means
and it teaches, that the whole point of that movie is do unto others as you'd want them to do to you. It's like that golden rule, kind of like be nice to fucking people.
Yeah.
Be nice. And it's like
that movie also had this kind of very Messiah-like story. You know what I mean?
It did.
This person, he was the greatest thing ever, and eventually they turn against him and they metaphorically crucify him.
And he had to go back up there. Yeah.
And then on the third day, he made it snow. On Memorial Day, obviously.
on Memorial Day.
I was just winding it up for that joke. That's all.
Yeah.
I was just churning it up. But anyways, okay. So I think it's a great film. So Nigel, give us yours.
Gremlins.
Nice. Yeah.
So, we actually talked about that, and I think that one falls under a couple of those classifications because it also falls under Christmas horror as well. It also falls under like obscure. It falls under, is it themed or about Christmas, right? Like, is the setting Christmas? So I love that you picked Gremlins because it just covers so many of those.
Yep. And like Ryan, I don't know if I'm willing to die for it, but I enjoy watching Gremlins.
What's the old lady's, the rich old lady's name again?
God, what's her name?
It's not Miss Steve. That's from Pee Wee. Come on, guys, help us out. What's her name from Gremlins?
I haven't watched it yet this year.
And it's when they all go to her house and they mess around with the electronic stair step.
The chair.
And she goes like super fast and just throws her out the window.
Amazing.
Her body just.
This is Deagle.
Mrs. Beagle, yes.
Deagle.
Eagle, like flying eagle?
No.
With a D.
Deagle as in
Eagle.
Darth.
Deagle. Got it. Yes, Mrs. Deagle. And her body flies out the window and just smacks the ground. It's one continuous scene. Like, the snow billows around her when she hits. Like, that's such a well-rounded shot. That's great.
Yeah. Gremlins that's a movie me and my brother, we went down the rabbit hole so hard on because we got scientific and we started learning about the origin of Gremlins because it was a book at one point. We were like, so they can't touch water, but they can walk on snow. So it's okay for them to touch water that's frozen. It's to be in the liquid form, and we got into a whole debate. And then we talked about like maybe there's like when it comes to food, like maybe it has something to do with the sunlight. Once sunlight is up, then they are able to eat again because technically everything is past midnight.
Right. It's like what are they getting the gauge of time on? Where is the time that they're taking that midnight from? Because to your point, where is it midnight, you know?
Yeah. And let's get to some important comments. I do have a cute mouth. I really do.
Wow. So Ryan went in and commented on his own show. Nice.
Blocked and reported.
That was a response to Ryan's comment.
Krampus, totally. We're going to talk about that next week.
Hey, that's my cousin Felicia.
It's one of my wife's favorite movies. So Felicia, we'll be talking about it next week when we do our horror themed episode. But I 100% agree with you, very much so.
Yeah. So we talked about so what's some other good movies that are debated? Obviously, Die Hard. That one's been debated for ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But what's some other ones you think?
I want to put up a defense for Batman Returns.
I
feel like that is a Christmas movie. There is a Christmas tree lighting ceremony in which a plot point happens to propel it forward. It's a big event. So it's, to me, that's definitely a Christmas movie. There's Christmas themed scoring, there's the tree, there's all the people buying presents and the stores being packed. People have Christmas trees at their houses and those shots. So it's a Christmas movie, man. It's Christmas everywhere. In the same regard that Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Definitely. I think there's a certain theme. There's a Christmassy theme, it's like, Die Hard, it's about, allowing all the mundane shit to be thrown to the side and to, reconnect with people you love again. I mean, it's a very, loose way of describing both movies, but I feel like, a terrorist attack was able to, help them go, you know what? Life's too short. I love you. It's a Christmas story, essentially. And in Die Hard, there was they quoted straight up what was it, that one Santa Claus story, the rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what the matter, stuff like that.
You mean 'twas the night before
Christmas? The night before Christmas. I know. Sorry.
I did say that a little snide, but that was on purpose. So
yeah, I deserve that. I deserve it. Even Ted was like, "This kid."
Right. What are you talking about exactly? Real quick, because I know we're getting low on time. I do also want to throw out Friday After Next, because that happens on Christmas Eve. It's about their journey through the day of getting robbed and not knowing how they're going to pay their rent because they want to have their Christmas Eve party. There's Christmas theming all over it. There's a holiday score. There's lights. There's people doing Christmas decorations. They have a party at the end. that's a Christmas party. They dress up like Santa and a reindeer. So, I mean, that's also definitely a Christmas movie. And, while the other two Fridays aren't as good as the original one, I love all three of them. I watch them all the time. I enjoy the trilogy. And that's definitely a Christmas movie, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so many great movies. I think what's so great is seeing characters that we love during the holiday and seeing how they interact. And it's just another excuse to revisit those characters, essentially. I mean, for me, like I know Darth said it, Iron Man 3. That's an excuse. Shane Black, I like that one of the running themes in his movies is he likes to have them take place during Christmas. Lethal Weapon, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with Robert Downey Jr.
Forgot about
Kiss
that
Goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
He likes having, because he said that there's something about Christmas and having an action movie with very twisted elements to it that like it's just this great contrast, the juxtaposition.
Oh, I totally 100% agree with what you're saying. And you actually completely triggered a movie none of us have talked about yet. Reindeer Games with Ben Affleck, Barry Sinise, and Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
You have 3 A-lister actors in this movie. And say what you want about it. I love it. I saw it in the theater, and I do watch it. Like, I wouldn't say it's in a rotation, but I definitely watch it. I enjoy that film a lot. I think that's normal. It's even though it's not like on Christmas Eve, it is at holiday time, and there's Santas and Santa suits and stuff. So, and then he goes and he puts money in the people's mailboxes at the end for their Christmas presents because he's going home on Christmas Day to be with his family after getting out of jail. So I think that counts.
When you said Reindeer Games, the movie that popped into my head was The Deer Hunter. That movie, you talking about that movie where Christopher Walken shoots himself in the head? How is that a Christmas movie? It took me a second. I had to Google it. I was like, oh, I'm thinking of the wrong movie.
Nigel, you got me there, man. I about lost it, man. That was great. So you're telling me you haven't seen Reindeer Games?
It's probably been 20 years. But Deer Hunter is what popped into my head when you said that. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I think that film is right about 20 years old. Yeah. I think it came in right about 2000, 2001, something like that, right around there.
It's getting close. Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
I just think of the actors. How did you get all 3 of them in one movie together? I mean, that's a serious casting director right there. So
that big 20 years ago? Like, they're big names now, yes, but were they that big?
I mean,
that long ago?
Yeah, all 3 of them had hits by that point.
Affleck, not so much.
Affleck not so much.
No, hold on. Hold on. Chasing Amy was out before that. Come on.
I'm saying that with respect. No. I'm saying that with respect.
I'm with Jesse on this, with respect as well. I just don't think Affleck was like the name yet.
He only had a few hits under his belt at the time, but I mean, and that was just the start. I mean, like he had, Chasing Amy, which phenomenal film, Dogma, phenomenal film. Him playing himself, Good Will Hunting, and then him playing himself.
Yeah, Good Will Hunting.
There's another one, man. Happy Hunting, and Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back,
and Armageddon. Man, how did we forget about that? That movie was huge.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan, and I know Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms. Absolutely. See, there we go. So there's other fans on there. So that's all I'm saying, guys. Take it for what you will. But hey,
I like him in Geely.
Oh, yeah. Nigel, you own a copy of that, don't you?
I have it on DVD. It cost more to ship it to my house than it did to buy it. Shipping was 99 cents. The DVD was 79 cents.
79 cents.
That's hysterical.
I mean, they're basically just selling it for the cost of the raw materials that needs to make the product. That's really all they're trying to get out of it at that point.
You think Ben Affleck sees a cent of that?
I'm sure there is some type of royalty that he and J-Lo have from that. There has to be.
It's like a 0.001 cent.
When that came out, and plus most big actors do work deals out where they get percentages of films profit and stuff. And with both of them being at the height when that movie was made, I could totally see a deal or something like that happening.
I can see that. Rocky. Speaking of, I was going to say Rocky 4 because that's Christmas special, but here's a crazy deal. I'll throw out there. Look Who's Talking with Bruce Willis. Even though he played the baby and he was just dubbing the baby voice, he still got royalties for the dubbed version where he's not even in the movie.
Yeah,
it's just because his name's on the poster. That's what made people.
That's hilarious.
So he didn't do anything.
I didn't realize that. I actually like the first Look Who's Talking. The second one is okay. I like Roseanne. I think that's her. She does a good job with that voiceover. The third one, definitely not so much, but there's a little soft spot for me in those films. I like the special effects too, like we're in the womb and stuff. It just looked neat.
Yeah. Wasn't one of those movies, didn't one of those take place during Christmas, if I remember correctly?
I don't think so.
All right. I don't know what's wrong, man.
I just wanted to give a special shout out to the movie Hook. That's a Christmas movie, man. I said that real quick.
You're right. It is. You're right. You're right. I like Hook.
I'm gonna have to watch that now. I'm glad you gave me another excuse. Hook is a good movie. Like it's still quoted to this day. Rufio. Like everybody yells, Rufio.
Oh well, I mean, when he dies and he's like, "I wish I had a dad like you." You're like, "Oh God!" Like
you are the pen.
Feels, man. Yeah, you are the pen. It's like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah.
So
well, I was like, Glenn Close was in that movie.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she played the pirate that got killed by the scorpions in the
put in the boo box.
The boo box.
The boo box.
The boo box.
Boo box. No, not the boo box.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
everybody got that movie.
Well, we got to wrap up, and this has been a hell of a show. I always enjoyed talking movies with all of you. So real quick, give it up and show some love in the comments section to Nigel and Ryan. Show some love to them. Thank you, two, for both coming on this show. Definitely a great surprise to have you on for this one. Thank you to all the people that commented. Ted, Dan. Dan Brown, by the way, has a great podcast. If you're a fan of Boy Meets World, they do a podcast about each individual episode. So go to his page. He's on the comment section. Go to it and check it out. Let's see. Dan, Ted Wood, Felicia, of course, Nigel, and of course, Ryan. And let's see. Who else am I missing? I'm missing anybody?
Charles.
Nicole. Thank you so much, Charles. Skag, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be here next week, everybody. We're going to be talking Christmas horror.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk about. Krampus, Black Christmas, the Gremlins again, because that counts. I love to talk more because I'll get into my whole diagram where I have a little chart about how they turn into.
I really want to see this. Please bring it on the episode.
Oh, dude, you understand. Me and my brother, that movie's like, 90 minutes? And we fell down a 4-hour hole. All right?
Wow. I can't wait to see this, man.
And Ryan, plug that because you said
the pug. The pug in Washington D.C. Chaz Powers is the man. Get some scarves. Hit me up if you want one. It's gonna be cold while you're in your house.
Oh, Darth, you get a shout out. All right, you're our shout out.
We love you, Darth.
We'll get you back on though. We're gonna get you back on, Darth. But anyways. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We're here on the airwaves. And then tomorrow, Thursday, our show is up on YouTube. So hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're going to be back on. And plus, we got additional content coming your way for YouTube. But anyways, one last thing. Let's see. Where is the banner? I got to give credit where credit is due to Max Rowland as our graphic designer and Vance, our producer. But until then, I'm Jesse.
And I'm John.
And you've been sitting at the grown-ups table. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful night. All right, take care. Happy holidays.